Hello, and welcome back to the show. This is Why is Tiffany So Talented? The show that I do to show you exactly what it is that I'm doing when I'm not making your shea butter soaps, your hot cocoa bombs, exploring this beautiful state of Arizona with my mom on adventures with Tiffany and Pam, or chefing it up in the kitchen on my channel Tiff's Taste. But this show is about the dress. This show is always about the dress, and I want to show you what I'm getting into today. So today I have a new dress. I'm working on this black and gold. It is a dupe of one of my last dresses. I just made something very similar to this dress in a baby blue tone, and it came out amazing. In the playback of this video, when I put it on YouTube, I'll add the baby blue dress somewhere up here so you can kind of get a visual of what the other dress looks like. But that's pretty much where we're going. Let me show you this drawing. So this is the idea. It's a little similar to the blue dress, but not really. It's taking on its own kind of identity with the black and the gold, and I think it's gonna be amazing. It's already coming out amazing. Let me flip the camera around so you can really get into it. So I started with some black velvet. Let me show you the pieces. So we have this really rich, really soft Italian velvet that we got from overseas. Well, of course, if it's Italian, they came from overseas in Italy, Tiffany. Anyway, we got this really lush Italian velvet, and I've been using it for everything. As you see, here's a piece of the baby blue one. And I actually used this one to clean off my dresses after I'm done stoning them. I just like to wipe them down with a really lush piece of velvet to get the wax off, because I do use a dabber, and as you can see, the wax smashes. Sometimes it leaves a waxy print on the tip of the stone, and I like to use velvet to wipe it off. So that's what that's for. Gotta stay grounded with my selenite triangle. Tiffany's so talented. But let's get to this dress. So how I went about working on my placement for this dress, it's really a sporadic idea, to be honest, but you just want to go with what flows with the garment. So in the beginning, I don't know if you've seen the new dress alert for this dress already, or even if I don't think I've put it out yet, but there's going to be a new dress alert, which is what shows you how the dress looks before I add anything to it. So if you saw that, well, when you see that, you'll see that there is a nude mesh panel just here, goes all the way down here, and in the drawing I'm to mimic it all the way down to the bottom, as you see right there. So that's why I have those two lines of velvet just grazing down this rhythm dress. I thought it was Aladdin, but it is a rhythm. It's really pretty, and she has a sister dress to go with that. That's what Desiree is working on over there on the chair. But I wanted to just follow the form of the dress in its natural nature, follow the flow. So I added some curves around here. Where is my wand? Here it is. So I added some curves around here, and then I wanted to do something to kind of bolster up the bust here. So I threw some velvet going up, framed it in some of this gold pieces, and then made a decorative statement with it coming off the top of this sweetheart curve here. And I really like the way that that came out, Now, it's another thing when I go against the hips here. So I wanted to keep everything in motion, everything flowy. So what I did was bring the dress velvet pieces in kind of a whimsical way, wrapping around the hip and down here. So I like the way that came out. I even decided to do a little crisscross in this area right here, just to give it a little more texture, a little more dimension for when I add my stones across. But to be honest, it's already gorgeous as it is. I don't know if you can see through all of my multitude of pins and all the coordinating colors that I'm using for each specific piece of velvet. If you really look close, you see like this one is all purple pins, this one is all blue pins. Trust me, there is a method to the madness. And I definitely take advantage of using all of my pins. You know, pins are your friends when you're doing something like this, because it keeps everything in its proper placement. And sometimes you even have to use more pins once you start to glue them down. So I got this gold. I got this gold strip here, and this gold strip here, and then this black strip here, already already glued down, just so you can kind of see excuse me, what it's gonna look like outside of the pins. And I think it's gonna be great. So what I'm going to get into, that I thought that I would be done with before the live Q&A, but I got kind of busy designing more of these velvet strips, because I wanted to have all this side completely glued down so you can see the vision without all of the pins. But since that didn't happen, you're gonna sit on this live with me while I glue down all of these strips. So let's do that, and we can do a little bit of chitter chatting about what's coming up next and what exactly it is that I'm going to be doing to these new dresses. So I have, outside of this one, I just finished a Wednesday Addams Karl Lagerfeld inspired white collar gown over here. Now let me show you that. So this is a dress from one of our outside embellishers. She finished this. My only issue with this dress is there's tons of stones on the jet part of the dress. As you can see when I scoot up closer, you can see all of the beautiful stone work that she did. But as soon as I step literally 2 steps away, all of that stone work is for naught, because you can't even see it. I mean, I'm sure that it will sparkle on the floor, but you can't even see it. Makes you feel like it's a total waste of time, but it is what it is. Now this is my Wednesday Addams Karl Lagerfeld inspired gown. Excuse me, you know how he likes the white cuffs, really nice long white lapel. So what I did was I tried to channel my inner Chanel Karl Lagerfeld tweed kind of vibe for the design here on the collar. And I think I achieved the look that I was going for. I really do. And then I went and mimicked, can I speak? I went in and mimicked that same tweed kind of design on the cuffs. I think it came out gorgeous. You know, there's really a trick to using jet stones on a jet gown. And I say that because as much work I put into the intricacy of making this beautiful specialty frame here at the top of the bust down, and I elongated it around under the sleeve and down the back. It's gorgeous. It's definitely gorgeous, but it's giving the same issue this gown was giving to me. So once I step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 steps back, you kind of lose the design in the jet stones, and it just looks like a sparkly busted gown. It's like, woe is me. Now, I've been to competitions and I've seen what the gowns look like on the floor, and once you get 6 feet away, the most thing that you see are, what is it, the AB stones. You'll see the AB. AB will sparkle, AB will shine. If all else fails, go with AB. Now let me turn it around so you can understand what I'm saying. So see, you see the AB on my coworker's dress, that's all you see. You see the AB on my dress, that's all you see. That frame around the lapel, you see the frame around the ruching, not ruching, but ruffles on the middle centerpiece. You see the what is that, those AB lines on the ruching on the hip. You see the gigantic stones in this brooch here on the hip. You even see these chains hanging down. These are preciosa chains hanging down. But that's pretty much it. You don't see any of the stonework in the jet. All you see is AB. But fortunately for me, I only work in customs, and this dress is already paid for. She's already came in for a fitting. She already loves it. She approved the concept, and the dress is finally done. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We've got some really beautiful black and white tone dresses going on in the shop this week. That one is gorgeous. This one is a candy striper lady. She's doing that kind of gown, that kind of dance. It's a smooth. And we've also got a refurb over here. This was a smooth, and that's getting turned into a Latin. And I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. This mesh panel right here on her chest, it's going to look so nude and gorgeous. I love it. We've got a lot of black and white going on right now. So let's get to this velvet placement. Well, not so much placement now, because like I said, I didn't get all of the pieces glued down like I wanted to before I started this live. So what we're gonna do again is go into gluing the rest of these down, and then if I have enough time, because I try to keep these lives since I really don't have people viewing, short, sweet, to the point, and an actual activity. So you got 45 minutes of my time. It's 12:13. Let's knock out gluing these velvet strips down, and hopefully we have enough time to get into the proper placement of the velvet strips for the other side of this bust over here. This phone back into the casing. Alright. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Syringe filled with E6000 is what I use to glue down everything, pretty much. So, just in case you wanted to know, that is exactly what I use. hungry. It's a hard job. Alright, so ran out of glue. What I do, spin, take the top off, take a little plunger wire hanger. No ball wire hangers. No, there is no more because we're using them for this now. Put that away. Grab a new glue. Take the top off. Put a tip on. Add the plunger to the back. And we're back in action. But you see how I'm going with the gold and black kind of motif. I made a gown for a very special client named Sarah, who likes to give me hugs because she loves her dresses that I do for her. But I made a gold and black, something similar to what I'm doing now. Just a couple weeks ago, let me show you. And she wanted to add some silver into it. So we did it on a actual velvet base. See the velvet? And I used that other gold to use as my applique. But I like how that one came out. And it had some floats with some boas. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Alright, I just wanted to show you that really quick before I get back into gluing this down. But so far, so good. Let me see. See how the black and the gold are just spinning around the body from the back to the front. I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea. I like that concept a lot. And I got the idea from when I did that other dress back there. You know, sometimes we like to use motivations and inspirations from other things to create better things. And this would technically be like a Latin version of that. Ouch, I'm trying to put it back into the cell phone case holder, my tripod holder. I got some cash apps from one of my beautiful subscribers on YouTube, and I bought this cool little 360 view tripod for my cameras. And I also, a couple weeks ago, I got this that I'm not even using, that I should be using. right now, especially because I have the fan on. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan really loud in the video, but I got this cute little lapel mic that I probably can attach to a twist up in here like that. You wouldn't even be able to see it. And then it comes with this little piece I need to stick in the bottom of my iPhone. You know, love my customers. I love my subbies on YouTube. You guys are real ones. Y'all the ones who hold me down. Now, I get my highest amount of reels on Facebook. I don't know if they're called reels on Facebook over there. I think they are called reels over there too. I get my highest amount of views on my reels on Facebook. I get my highest amount of views overall on YouTube. And I really don't get anything over here on YouTube, on Instagram. My Instagram is dry. The numbers are dry. I post the exact same content on all three socials and maybe different music, but I get the most on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm working my Instagram. That's why my lives are here, so I can do this, and hopefully that'll bring my numbers up, bring my participation in. You guys will come in and ask some questions, but until then, back to work. You know what? Not even back to work. Well, back to work for me, not back to work for you. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to end it here. Continue to glue down my lines. Why? Because I see our maintenance girlies coming in to give the shop a new refresher for the week and sweep and mop the floors and all of those kind of things. And I don't want all of that noise in the background. So again, thank you guys for coming to watch. Hopefully you come in more often, you ask some questions, and we can actually get a real Q&A going other than me just rambling and working. But you guys see what I'm getting into. This dress is going to be gorgeous when I'm done. Of course, I'll update you and add some new videos so you guys can see the progress along the way. Again, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, hello.